In the heart of a vast African savanna, where golden grass stretched endlessly beneath an open sky, there lived a tiny mouse named Milo. He was smaller than most mice, quieter than the wind that brushed across the plains, and often unnoticed by the animals around him. Milo spent his days watching from the shadows, believing that being small meant being unimportant. Every morning, Milo would sit near his burrow and listen to the mighty lion who ruled the grasslands. The lion's roar thundered across the savanna, shaking trees and silencing every creature in its path. At the sound of that roar, animals bowed their heads in fear and respect. Milo admired the lion deeply. To him, that roar meant strength, confidence, and power. If only I could be like him, Milo often thought. But whenever he looked down at his tiny paws and heard his own soft squeak, his heart grew heavy. "I'm just nothing," he whispered to himself. In a world ruled by loud voices and powerful bodies, Milo believed there was no place for someone like him. One afternoon, dark clouds gathered above the savanna. The air grew cold and heavy, and soon a terrible storm broke loose. Thunder rolled like angry drums, and lightning tore through the sky. Animals ran for shelter as rain poured down in sheets. Milo rushed to hide beneath a large rock, his heart pounding with fear. As the storm raged, Milo heard a sound that froze him in place. A low, painful growl echoed nearby. It wasn't powerful. It wasn't frightening. It was weak. Slowly, Milo peeked out from his hiding place and saw something he never imagined he would see. The lion was trapped in a hunter's net. The mighty king of the savanna struggled against thick ropes, but every movement only tightened them further. Rain soaked his golden mane, and fear filled his eyes. Milo trembled. "If I go near him, he might eat me," he thought. Everything inside him screamed to run away. But then Milo noticed something different in the lion's eyes. There was no anger, no pride, only pain and helplessness. In that moment, something inside Milo changed. "He's strong," Milo whispered, "but even the strongest need help sometimes." His legs shook as he stepped closer. The lion noticed him and growled weakly. "Go away, little one," the lion said. "You'll get hurt." Milo swallowed his fear and shook his head. "No," he replied softly. "I can help." Using his tiny teeth, Milo began chewing the ropes, bit by bit, string by string. The storm howled around them, rain pounding the ground, thunder roaring above. Milo's jaw ached, and fear crept into his mind, but he didn't stop. He kept chewing, believing that even a small effort mattered. Minutes felt like hours. Then, with a final snap, the ropes broke apart. The lion was free. He stood tall, shook the rain from his mane, and stared at Milo in disbelief. "You saved me," the lion said quietly. Milo smiled, still trembling. "I guess even the smallest can help the biggest." The lion lowered his great head. "You may be small," he said, "but your courage is greater than mine." From that day on, the lion and the mouse became friends. The king of the savanna walked beside the tiniest creature, treating him with respect. Milo no longer felt invisible. He walked with confidence, knowing that strength was not about size or volume. It was about heart. Other animals began to notice him. They listened when he spoke. They learned that courage can come in the quietest forms. They started calling him the mouse with the lion's heart. One morning, Milo climbed onto a tall rock and looked across the golden fields. The sun warmed his fur, and the wind carried new hope through the grass. He took a deep breath and made a sound. It wasn't a roar like the lion's, it was a squeak, but it was strong. It was his. The lion watched from afar and smiled. "You found your voice," he said. Milo nodded. "Every roar begins with a whisper. Remember this story? You don't have to be big to be brave. You don't have to be loud to be heard. True power is not in how others see you, but in how you see yourself. Believe in the lion inside you, even if the world only sees a mouse." Don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more inspiring English stories only on English Life Tales. Reflect, learn, grow. Thanks for watching.